Right, Gary, 8-0 win today. Let's get the obvious question out the way first. What's your thoughts on the game today?
I think first, I think we're obviously really pleased to win by such a margin. I think it was important just to win today, given the last few results, and get ourselves back on track. Even better, we were able to get some confidence out. We saw the confidence then come through the team towards the last half hour of the game, when they knew the game was in the bag. But I think there was a lot of positives. It's been coming. I think we've played well in our last two games despite losing. We've played better than them in those games than some of the other matches where we got points. So the group's been positive for the last few weeks, and I think they just got their rewards for that today, and then a bit more emphatically towards the end.
First half, obviously going in at the break 2-0 up, but for me, anyway, looking at it from the stands, it felt like it was still a little bit disjointed. What was your thoughts in the first period?
Yeah, I think so. I think they look dangerous, and if you look at Stirling's results, they've been doing well in the first half of all their games. They've led their last two games at half time, so they're obviously doing well in the first half. They caused us a few problems at different moments. Having said that, we've scored two and probably hit the bar at least once more, and one or two other chances as well. So it's never been a problem for us creating chances, even in this season. It's been converting them and building on 1 and 2 goals. But I think the first half wasn't quite in our pocket. But I think in the second half we were really good and really dominant. I don't think they really troubled us at all in the second half, and that's also reflected in the margin of victory. But I think the first half had some difficult moments. I think Stirling played some really good passages of play at times, kept the ball well, looked neat and tidy, broke well. But I think once we kind of settled in and saw their game plan, and we were able to talk to the players a little bit more about where we could hurt them, I think you saw in the second half we were able to be a bit more clinical.
You've talked about the need to be more clinical. You obviously brought in Josephine Giard this week, last week, because she made her debut from the bench, started this week, getting a hat-trick today. I mean, that's kind of what you want when you bring in a new striker.
That's ultimately, Josie's been really busy and really energetic, but the three goals she scored show why we wanted to get her and why other teams wanted to get her, because rifled in the first, been clinical in the second, and then just used our individual skill, ability to adapt and get the third goal, chest and volley. And I think that's what we've been missing. They don't grow on trees around the league, and we've been making those same chances, and perhaps somebody would have taken an extra touch or shot straight at the goalkeeper or pulled it wide if it was somebody else. And I think she's just got that belief to go and finish, and I think that then gave the rest of the team confidence. When she came off, we scored 4 more goals at that point, and I think but that's the big thing. She comes in and was clinical. She had three chances, scored 3 goals, and that's what you need.
I mean, they obviously finishing 8-0, it's an emphatic scoreline, but this sounds a mental thing to ask, but were you a little bit disappointed you didn't score more in the back end of the half? I mean, Jade Fontana had a few excellent saves in the Stirling goal.
Yeah, Jade done well. I think a couple of them we hit off her. I think, it's funny, one of them Amy missed but scored within 10 seconds on the next phase of play, so I suppose that kind of ruled, knocks that one out. Nicole's came on and had a couple of good chances. And that's what I'm saying, it's been that way in most of our games, last week especially. We have been creating maybe more half chances, but you've got to score half chances sometimes. And I suppose we scored a couple of half chances in the game there. Nick Sturrock's goal at the end, a lovely strike from the edge of the box, that's a half chance, but it's well executed. And I suppose can't be too greedy. We'd have taken this score, of course, before the game. And I think you can see then the confidence coming into the players, and we just need to get focused on the next game.
That keeps you within 3 points of the promotion places, and you face Queen's Park next week. Another team who've made a pretty good start to the season. What's your expectations for that game?
I think I've been impressed with Queen's Park, their results. It's been difficult to see anything of them. I think that's a challenge across the league to see what teams are doing, but I speak to their coach regularly, and I think they've been really pleased with how they've started, and I think they'll give us a lot of problems. They beat Dundee United at home, they've had 1 or 2 other really positive results, so it'll be a difficult match, and ultimately we've got to go and win these matches if we want to achieve our objective. Hopefully this gives us a wee injection of confidence going into that game, and hopefully that kicks us on.